Before we even get deep into this, I need you to understand something. Somebody is trying very hard to act normal around your energy, like very hard. I'm picking up this strange feeling of someone smiling on the outside, but internally, their whole system is glitching. Okay? It's giving, why do they affect me like this? It's giving, why can't I stop looking? It's giving, why do I feel exposed when they haven't even said anything? And baby, if this is your reading, this is not for everybody. I'm sorry to say, but this person is not just attracted to you. They are intimidated by the fact that you don't move like everyone else. You don't beg. You don't chase. You don't over explain. You don't collapse just because somebody pulls their energy back. And that right there is bothering their spirit. With the Tower reversed showing up as the first card, this is psychological symbolism for someone trying to avoid an emotional breakdown. This person is trying to keep their pride standing, trying to keep their mask on, trying to act like your presence does not shake the room inside of them. But it does. The Tower reversed tells me they are resisting the truth. They are resisting the pull. They are resisting the fact that something about you has disrupted their usual pattern. Normally, they know how to charm people. Normally, they know how to get attention. Normally, they know how to make someone wonder about them. But with you, you flip the whole thing. They are the one wondering now. Let me know if this is your reading, because you may be the type of person who can feel everything but reveal nothing. You're not cold. You're controlled. Big difference. And that is what intimidates them. They're obsessed because your energy feels like a locked door with music playing behind it. They can hear something beautiful, but they don't have the key. And don't click off, because next I want to see exactly why your mind has them spiraling and why their soul is screaming for your attention without their pride letting them say it out loud. Because with the Hierophant reversed coming out here, baby, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This person is used to rules, not honest rules, not emotional maturity rules. I'm talking about the little invisible scripts they expect people to follow. They expect someone to get curious when they pull back. They expect someone to overthink when they get quiet. They expect someone to start proving themselves when the energy becomes uncertain. But you didn't. And I'm picking up that this is where their mind started tripping over itself, because you did not respond the way their ego was prepared for. The Hierophant reversed is giving me somebody realizing, wait, my usual method is not working here. They thought they understood the pattern. They thought they knew how this was supposed to go. They give a little attention, you lean in. They disappear a little, you wonder. They act mysterious. You start searching for meaning in every little thing they do. But with you, you stayed centered, and that bothered them more than any argument ever could. Because, see, your mind does not move like a crowd. You don't just accept what someone presents on the surface and call it truth. You feel the energy behind the words. You notice what does not match. You hear the pause. You catch the inconsistency. You can sense when somebody is trying to look confident while secretly needing validation. And that is intimidating. This person may not even know how to explain it, but being around you makes them feel like their tricks are suddenly too loud. Like the costume is cute, but you can still see the zipper in the back, okay? And I don't mean you're sitting there judging them. No. That's the part that makes it worse. You're not doing the most. You're not interrogating. You're not chasing clarity from someone who is clearly trying to stay vague. You're just watching, quietly, calmly, like, I see what this is. And baby, that calmness is loud. This person is spiraling because they cannot figure out what you know, what you feel, what you noticed, and what you decided not to say. And the scariest part for them is not that you might reject them. It's that deep down, they feel like you already saw through them before they even finished pretending. And with the Two of Swords reversed coming through now, that pretending is getting harder to maintain. Because this card right here is not giving calm. It's giving mental pressure. It's giving somebody who tried to block something out, tried to act like they didn't see it, tried to put a little blindfold over their own intuition and say, nope, I'm fine. This is nothing. They're not affecting me. But baby, the blindfold is slipping. And I'm picking up that around you, this person feels like they cannot hide the way they usually hide. They may still be smiling, they may still be casual, they may still be trying to keep the conversation light, like everything is just normal. But internally, they feel exposed. Like you can hear the sentence underneath the sentence. Like you can feel the emotion sitting behind the joke. Like you can tell when they are trying to act detached, but really they are waiting to see if you notice them. And that is why they don't know what to do with your silence. Because other people's silence might make them feel powerful. Other people's silence might make them feel chaste. Other people's silence might make them feel like, yeah, they're bothered. They're waiting on me. But your silence does not feel desperate. It feels observant. It feels like you are letting the energy speak for itself. And that makes this person uncomfortable because now they have to sit in their own behavior without you rushing in to soften it, explain it, or save them from the awkwardness of being inconsistent. The Two of Swords reversed is showing me someone who can no longer keep two versions of the truth separate. The version where they tell themselves they don't care, and the version where their whole body reacts when your name comes up. They don't like that. They don't like that you can be peaceful without performing peace. They don't like that you can be quiet without being weak. They don't like that you can notice everything and still not give them the satisfaction of seeing you unravel. And I need you to understand that is not coldness. That is self-control. That is discernment. That is you refusing to hand someone access to your nervous system just because they are confused about their own. And the more they try to tell themselves this connection is not real, the louder it gets inside of them. The more they try to dismiss it, the more their energy keeps turning back towards you like, but why can't I stop feeling this? And with the Page of Wands showing up now, baby, this is where the curiosity starts getting loud. Because this card is not sitting still. This is somebody wanting to look, wanting to know, wanting to reach for information without making it obvious that they're reaching. So if you have felt like this person is watching you from the corner of their eye, or checking to see what you're doing, or trying to figure out who has access to you, I would not be surprised. And again, I'm not saying this in a creepy way. I'm saying energetically, this person is paying attention more than they want you to know. The Page of Wands gives me that restless little spark that let me just check real quick energy. Let me just see if they posted. Let me just see if they reacted. Let me just see if they look happy. Let me just see if they're still giving off that same energy. And baby, the funny thing is, they may be pretending they are not invested, but their attention is invested. That's the difference. They might not be saying much. They might not be making some grand move. They might still be trying to keep their pride sitting pretty, like, I'm good. I'm not pressed. I'm just living my life. But internally, they're collecting little clues. They are noticing the tone of your messages. They are noticing when you pull back. They are noticing when your energy changes. They are noticing who comments, who likes, who is around you, who seems too comfortable in your space. And what really has them bothered is that they cannot tell if you are doing it on purpose. They can't tell if you're unbothered or if you're just disciplined. They can't tell if you moved on or if you simply stopped giving them access to the parts of you they didn't know how to respect. And that mystery is feeding the obsession. Because when they cannot read you directly, they start trying to read everything around you. Your silence becomes a post. Your absence becomes a message. Your calm becomes something they keep replaying, like, what does that mean? And the Page of Wands is telling me this curiosity is turning into tension now because a part of them wants to step forward. But another part of them still wants to look untouched. So now it becomes this quiet little war between their pride and their craving for your attention. And with the Two of Pentacles reversed coming out here, that little war is starting to get messy because this is somebody who is trying to juggle two things that cannot stay balanced forever: their pride and their desire, their image, and their feelings. The version of them that wants to look like they don't need anybody, and the version of them that keeps wondering why you are not reacting, why you are not reaching, why you are not making this easier for them. Because, baby, I'm picking up that this person wants an opening. They want you to crack the door just enough so they can walk in without having to admit they were standing outside the whole time. Okay? They want to talk, but they want the conversation to happen in a way where they don't have to feel exposed. They want to come closer, but they want it to look casual. They want your attention, but they don't want to ask for it directly because asking would mean admitting that they care. And that is where the imbalance is. The Two of Pentacles reversed is giving me someone dropping the act a little bit. Not fully, not completely, but enough that their energy is starting to contradict their behavior. They may act distant, but still keep tabs. They may act busy, but still make time to check. They may act like they are above the situation, but somehow your energy is still the thing pulling on them in the middle of their day. And I need you to understand how much this bothers someone who is used to being in control. Because control says, don't show too much. But the craving says, say something. Control says, let them come to you. But the soul says, what if they don't? Control says, stay cool. But their nervous system is like, no, because why do they feel so far away right now? And this is why you might feel hot and cold energy from them. Not because you are imagining it. Not because you are too sensitive. But because they are not stable inside their own response to you. They want access without vulnerability. They want closeness without risk. They want the comfort of your attention without the responsibility of being honest about why they want it. And baby, That kind of pride does not come from nowhere. That kind of pride has a history. That kind of pride usually started before you ever walked into their life. And now, with the Seven of Cups showing up, baby, this tells me exactly where that history lives. Because this person may be used to options, used to attention, used to people projecting onto them, wanting them, choosing them, making excuses for them, filling in the blanks when they refuse to be clear. And I'm not saying that to hype them up. No. I'm saying this person may have learned how to survive emotionally by keeping things a little blurry, a little undefined, a little let's see what happens. Because when things stay unclear, they don't have to fully show up. They don't have to make a real choice. They don't have to be accountable for the emotional space they're creating. They can just float in the fantasy of being wanted without having to stand in the truth of being vulnerable. And then here you come, not begging for a cup, not reaching for the prettiest illusion, not drinking from something just because it was offered. You looked at the energy and said, I need to see what's actually in there. And baby, that is why they feel intimidated, because you are not easy to sell a dream to. You can enjoy the vibe, yes. You can feel the chemistry, yes. You can acknowledge the pull, absolutely. But you are not about to lose yourself inside somebody else's confusion. And I'm picking up that this person is not used to that. They may be used to people getting attached to potential, attached to the idea, attached to the version of them that shows up in little sparks and disappears before anything real is required. But you make them feel like potential is not enough. And that hits a wound. 'Cause now they have to wonder, am I actually enough when I'm not performing? Am I still wanted if I can't control the illusion? Am I still desirable when someone can see the parts of me that are uncertain, messy, unfinished? That is the part you awaken in them. But listen to me clearly. That does not mean it is your job to fix it. You are not their emotional rehabilitation center. You are not here to teach a grown person how to be honest by sacrificing your peace. You can have compassion and still have standards. And even though they are scared of being seen this clearly, something deeper in them still keeps leaning toward you. Something in them knows that your energy is not just exposing them, it is calling them higher. And with justice reversed coming out right after that, baby, this is the part where their soul knows something is out of alignment. Because justice reversed is not just about fairness, it's about avoidance. It's about somebody knowing there is a truth they have not fully faced, knowing there is something they have not owned, knowing there is a conversation, an apology, an admission, or even just a moment of honesty that they keep trying to delay because it would require them to look at themselves without the filter. And that is why your energy keeps pulling on them. Not because you are forcing anything, not because you are chasing them spiritually. No, it's because something about you makes the imbalance obvious. Around other people, they might be able to keep the story looking clean. They might be able to say, it wasn't that deep. They might be able to make themselves the reasonable one, the detached one, the one who had everything under control. But when it comes to you, their own spirit is like, be honest. And baby, that is uncomfortable because justice reverse tells me this person may know they misjudged you or underestimated you or tried to treat you like an option, a game, a little emotional experiment, only to realize you were not the type of person they could play with and then forget about. You stayed in their system. You became evidence. You became the thing their pride keeps trying to argue with, but their soul keeps bringing back to the table. And I'm picking up that they feel this strange pressure to make something right, even if they don't know how to do it yet. It may not even be about a big dramatic event. It could be the way they held back, the way they acted indifferent, the way they let you wonder, the way they thought silence would give them power, and then your silence became the mirror. That is why the pull feels so loud. Their soul is knocking, but their ego is standing at the door like, no one's home. And meanwhile, the knocking keeps getting louder. Because deep down, this person knows they cannot keep pretending forever. They can keep delaying. They can keep distracting themselves. They can keep acting like this is casual. But something in them wants to tell the truth. Something in them wants to say what their mouth keeps swallowing. And with the Four of Cups showing up now, baby, this is the exact energy of someone sitting with the message they want to send. Like, look at this. This is not someone who has nothing to say. This is someone staring at the emotional offer, staring at the opening, staring at the possibility, and still hesitating. And I'm picking up that this person has rehearsed something in their head more than once. They may not have typed it out fully. They may not have sent it. But energetically, there are words sitting in their chest. I don't know why you affect me like this. I thought I had control. I didn't expect you to matter this much. I feel like you can see the part of me I hide from everybody else. But then pride comes in, fear comes in, that little voice comes in like, don't say too much, don't look weak. Don't give them the satisfaction of knowing they got to you. And baby, that is the problem. They are trying to protect an image while their emotions are trying to tell the truth. The Four of Cups is giving me someone who may have ignored something real because they were too busy looking at what felt safe, familiar, predictable. They may have acted bored, detached, unimpressed, like your energy was just another cup on the table. But it wasn't. And now they know it. Because the thing they tried to overlook is the thing they keep coming back to in their mind. The message they didn't send, the conversation they avoided, the feeling they pushed down because it did not fit the version of themselves they were trying to maintain. And I'm telling you, this person is close to breaking character. Not in a dramatic movie scene way. No, it may be subtle. A random check-in, a hey, how have you been? A reaction to something you post. A little excuse to see if the door is still open. Something casual on the surface, but underneath it, loaded. Because they are not ready to come in fully exposed. Not yet. But they are testing the temperature. They want to know if you still feel them. They want to know if your silence means peace, or if your silence means the door has already closed. And with the Ten of Cups reversed showing up here, baby, this is why I'm saying do not get swept away by the first little sign. Because this card is giving me someone who wants emotional access, but may still not know how to create emotional safety. Big difference. They may come in with something that looks sweet on the surface. A message, a like. A little, I saw this and thought of you. A question that does not need to be asked, but somehow they ask it anyway because they want a reason to be in your energy again. And I'm picking up that for some of you, this person may try to make it look innocent. Like, oh, I was just checking in. No, baby. There is more under that. The Ten of Cups reversed is telling me the emotional picture is not fully stable yet. So even if they reach out, even if they test the waters, even if they suddenly appear where they know you might see them, I need you to stay grounded. Do not over-explain. Do not start performing warmth just because they finally decided to stop acting like a ghost. Do not grab the breadcrumb and turn it into a whole meal, because that is what the old version of you may have done. But this version of you pauses. This version of you watches consistency. This version of you says, okay, I see the gesture. Now let me see the pattern. And baby, that right there is growth. Because this person may be hoping that one small move will reopen the whole emotional door. They may be hoping that if they give just enough attention, you will fill in the rest. You will make it safe. You will make it easy. You will make it emotionally comfortable for them to come closer without fully owning why they left distance there in the first place. But you are not here to carry the whole connection on your back. No. If they want access to you, they need to bring more than curiosity, more than nostalgia, more than a casual little message dressed up as nothing. They need to bring presence. Because the lesson here is not whether they finally step forward. The lesson is whether you remember how powerful you became when you stopped waiting for someone else's uncertainty to decide your worth. And with the High Priestess reversed, closing this out, baby, this is the final message right here, because this whole reading has been about what is hidden. Hidden feelings, hidden obsession, hidden intimidation, hidden truth, sitting underneath somebody's pride. And the High Priestess, reversed, tells me the secret is not really a secret anymore. Not energetically. Maybe they have not said it out loud. Maybe they have not given you the full confession. Maybe they are still trying to act like their silence means control. But you already feel it. You already know. And that is why this ending brings the power back to you. Because the point is not for you to sit around waiting for this person to finally be brave enough to admit what their energy has been screaming the whole time. The point is for you to recognize that you are not who you used to be. You are not begging to be chosen. You are not shrinking to be easier to love. You are not twisting yourself into a softer, smaller, more convenient version just because somebody got intimidated by the real you. No, baby. That version is gone. And if they come forward with maturity, honesty, consistency, and presence, you will be able to see that clearly. You will not have to guess. You will not have to decode every little crumb like it is a sacred text. You will not have to build an entire emotional house out of one casual message. But if they stay stuck in pride, if they keep hiding behind silence, if they keep wanting your attention while refusing to show up with truth, then you still lose nothing. Because your energy was never powerful. Because they noticed it. Your energy was powerful before they ever knew what to do with it. And that is what intimidated them from the beginning. You don't chase, you don't collapse, you don't over-explain your worth to someone who can feel it but is too afraid to honor it. You are not cold, you are controlled. You are not unavailable. You are discerning. And if this reading found you, let me know in the comments, because somebody's soul may be screaming for your attention. But baby, your peace is no longer available to people who only know how to whisper the truth.